So on Monday, Big Brother decided to let the housemates share their experience so far, share what they have learned so far, things that they've been able to pick up after coming into the Big BBMzansi house. At least they must have, endured one or twos. They must have learned one or twos. Some of them, they don't even know how to live or co-live with people. They don't know how to thrive in a place or in a situation where there are other people who also share divergent views and all that. And so Big Brother gave our housemates the chance to share or give a very, very brief speech talking about what they have, their transformation, what they have become so far, what they have picked up, what are the new characters, what are the new attitudes, what are the new norms and the values they have picked. And to begin with, I'll start with Ilano. So for Ilano, she asked the housemates to help her perform her song, I Am a Survivor. I'm a survivor. She reflects that the first week was tough as the first trans girl in the house, and last week was also hard after the clip aired, but she says it does not define her. So she is a trans, right? She's a trans. Now the next person is Ashe. Ashe has asked me to repeat his words. If you have, you have, before giving a heartfelt shout out to Tamika and family. So I agree. If you have, you have. If you don't have, you don't have. And you can't give what you don't have. This is something I learned from one respectable, reputable clergyman, a very renowned Ghanaian preacher, Pastor Mr. Otabo. He said, what you don't have, you can't give. You can only give what you have. So Ashe says, if you have, you have. Now, Thandeka says she wanted to leave the house on her own terms, but realized she had to learn to be dependent. Yes, she has now learned how to thrive by leaning on others. So before coming to the house, all she was doing was trying to, navigate everything by herself and then see how she can, sail through, keep her head above water so she does not drown. So the most important thing is floating. But she has come to realize that she would need to learn to be dependent on others. So it does not take only one person. It takes a collective, takes putting minds together. It is better. They said, if you want to go fast, you want to go alone. But if you want to go very far, you want to go with people. Yes. So this is the import of what Thandeka says. Moving on to Melly. Melly says he should feel excited, but he doesn't. Unlike past seasons where he was cutthroat, this time he's been calm. That's why he kept saying, let's have fun, because living without memories isn't an option. So clearly, Melly is in this particular season, is in this particular edition to first of all have fun. Is to have fun. And it's not that deep. And as a matter of fact, it's not everybody who sees things this way. The Big Brother show, the reality show, it is a reality show. It is a space for you to first of all have fun. The moment you will have fun, you'll be at ease with yourself. You'll be very comfortable to now live off the best version of yourself in the house, because it is a fun-filled experience for you. So, Melly, it is spot on. Whatever you said is very spot on. Before you were cutthroat, okay? But this time around, you are calm because you know what is at stake. You know everything is not that deep. Okay, you know that it's a playground. Yes, there's money involved, and you can do a lot with the money if you win. But that's not the place to hold grudges. That's not the place to show certain characters that would actually affect you even when you win the money. This is where to show light. This is where to throw light. This is where to exude light, exude life. Do you understand? And so I agree with Melly on having fun. Now on to the next one, which is Tumi the Baba. Tumi, the barber. So Tumi says the housemates like Ashe have shown him that not everyone dislikes him. He believes in healthy competition and reminds everyone that at the end of the day, it is all love. That is the import of everything. Just like what Melly said. So let's just have fun. At the end of the day, everything boils down to love, because it's a space of different people from different cultures, different values, different ideologies and all that. But there can be one united, something common can unite all of them. And to me, he's come to appreciate the fact. So he reckons that at first, he thought he was the most disliked housemate. He thought all the odds were against him. He thought everybody saw things differently. But he has come to see how a housemate like Ashe sees to see things in his level, seems to meet his values some way or halfway. So it is only Ashe that has actually, for the first time, made him change this perception about himself and the housemates. So now it is all love. He's open to making more new friends and then form new alliances, because it is not only Ashe who is in the house. Perhaps if he opens his heart wider, there might be others who would come creeping in or crawling into their heart, and includes women as well. Now, the next housemate is Dube. Dube, one of the fine-looking gentlemen, if you ask me, in the Big Brother Mzansi house. No. So Dube calls himself a redemption kid. Why? He's saying that this is his first time walking through the house doors, and he believes he will leave differently. Last year, he was known as Justice for Dube, but now he's earned nicknames. Justice for Dube, but today he's earned nicknames. So it's said that he is a redemption kid. So clearly, Dube is on a redemption spree. Dube is one of the housemates who has also returned, just like Melly. Okay, Dube is one, and then Liema. So Liema, Dube, and then Melly. There's another one. Is it Kim or something? So for Dube, the past season or the previous season, where he was also a contestant or a participant, all that people could remember him for was Justice for Dube because of one situation or the other. But this time around, no, he has earned more nicknames because of how he has evolved, because of the transformation that he has brought to himself. And so because of that, he feels or thinks himself as a redemption kid. And I think that is okay. That is very agreeable if you ask me. Now, Q says that entering the house was a leap of faith. Oh, he's always known he has an it factor, but the house is highly competitive. Usually, as someone who avoids drama, it's hard to face people head on while inside. So these are some of the things that you get to learn when you begin to live in a space with people. You learn how to adapt. You learn how to live with people. He said he was not very confrontational. Before, he was very laid back. But in this particular competition, he's come to terms with the fact that he has to be proactive. He has to be reactive at some point in time. He normally would avoid drama, but this time around, he had to face the music. He has to face the issues head on. He's not going to do any face looking. He's not going to do any biasness. He's not going to say, okay, I have a certain relationship with this person, so let me keep my calm, let me keep my composure. No, all that he's doing is that he is sorting himself out when he has to. If he has to fix something, if he has to address an issue, that he will do. He's not going to say, no, let me just keep my sanity and my mental health. No, if he has to be aggressive so that his mental health will be preserved, safe and secure, that he will do. So I can agree with Q on this one. Now on to the Don. The Don says he avoids conflict and doesn't like arguing. He never expected to make it to week 5, but he doesn't plan to leave hating anyone. He gave a playful shout out to his brothers, sisters, and wife in the house. So clearly he admits and reckons that he has brothers, sisters, and a wife, not wives. He said wife. So there is somebody that clearly that the Don might be looking, I think, romantically. Yes, in emotional parts, that romantic side, there's a lady in the house that the Don will be moving to. And he says that he avoids conflict and doesn't like arguing. So he's not a confrontational type. He doesn't want to do bunters. He doesn't want to be engaged in any altercation whatsoever. He never expected to even last till week 5. Coming into the house and never thought he would make it to week 5. But here he is in the 5th week. That means that perhaps there's something that this man is doing right. He now figures or comes to reckons that he has performed well. Therefore, what it means is that even if he leaves in the week 6 or he leaves in the 6th week, he knows that he's done well because it is an excess of what he expected. He has exceeded the expectation. Whatever he thought he was going to do, he has gone far or gone beyond it. Therefore, anywhere at all that he gets to leave the house, it is a big achievement for him. So I say kudos to him for making it this far. We know that how far he's gotten shows that at least maybe he's doing something well that fans want to keep him there and want to see more of. So he has to continue in that tangent. That is it. Don't change the winning team. Stay on your grind, and I believe you would last even more than you can ever imagine or think. Now to the next housemate, and it is Tracy. Tracy says she entered the house to stay relevant and enjoyed getting to know everyone. She apologizes to Ramona for any feelings of exclusion, noting age wasn't a barrier. Some house dynamics were just contexts, and thought she didn't expect her heart to open, and it did. So coming into house, Tracy didn't want to, open up, She just knew that she would have to make certain friendships here and there. But she will limit her friendships and she will limit her circle such that she will only have very loyal people to be dealing with. So she was even actually, cutting off some people. She was segregating her friendship. Do you understand? She was being selective and very choosy in the kind of friends that he rose with. And Ramona was a victim of her whims and caprices, because at the end of the day, Ramona had complained, had seen that there are some housemates who are trying to to avoid me. And for Ramona, she feels like is it because I am not like a Gen Z type, or I don't look like I'm a young girl or I'm a young woman, so what? I don't fit in or what? And that's what Ramona, those are some of the sentiments she has shared in the past. And her peers, one of the people who fueled this feeling that she has is Tracy, because of how Tracy had treated her. And Tracy admits and concedes the fact that indeed she actually created a space between herself and Ramona. She gave her that distance. And reflecting on that, she come to terms with the fact that it is not the ideal thing to do. It is very selective and is very biased, and it does not show inclusivity. It doesn't show collectiveness. And she reckons that no, it takes two or more to tango. We are not living in an island. Today, it may feel like you don't need me, but tomorrow you might need something from me. Tomorrow I might need something for you. Why don't we collaborate and see how far we can go together? So that is for Tracy. Moving on to the next is Lema. So Lema says she has learned the value of friendship, honesty, and staying true to yourself. So staying true to yourself is very important. Like I told you, it's a reality show, and if you are not true to yourself, you will not last, because the show demands that you show who you are. If there are certain flaws, because at the end everybody has flaws, if there are certain negatives to you, People can see it and point it out to you. Big brother is even there to help you to become the best version of yourself. So staying true to yourself is the key, first of all, to lasting. Staying true to yourself is one of the factors that will see that you thrive in an atmosphere or in an environment such as the Big Brother reality show. So being true to yourself is very, very key. The other thing is that she's learned how to value friendship and to be honest. And friendship is very, very important. Some people, all their lives, they can't pinpoint that this is the man or friend that they can boast that this is their bosom of friends, this is their loyal friend and all that, because they've always been navigating life alone. But going into the house, you found out that you cannot just stay as an island. You cannot live just like an island, or you cannot stay isolated. Be so independent. You be dependent at a certain point in time. And she has valued that it takes friendship to make things happen. It takes friendship to pull down very, very high-rise walls. And honesty on her part is something that she has also learned. That being honest, being truthful, first of all to yourself and to others, it will go a long way to help you in this particular life. Moving on to the next, King Wanda. King Wanda says he's grateful for the amazing people in the house. Normally struggling to make friends, he's found connections here. So he said he's very, very, very happy. So for Big Brother reality show, one of the benefits or the advantage of the show is friendship, friendliness. People acquire friends that goes transcend years. When people get into the house, some people become romantic partners and they get married and they live their life happily ever after. So some also form business alliances, business friends. Okay, so their friendship is founded on business. The foundation of their friendship is business related, and that is fine, because at the end of the day, we need to pay the bills, right? So if your friendship hinges on business, why not? Let's roll. Let's get it going. So he appreciates the fact that he has now become more very free, more open, and he has made some very meaningful connections in the house, because hitherto he struggled to make friends, but today he's able to form new acquaintances. Do you understand? So it is important and it's a good thing for him. I'm so happy for King Wanda. Now to the next housemate, Didi. So Didi says life in the house feels like high school. She tries to be considerate even when others are not, and doesn't hold grudges. She's okay with nominations and it's all part of the game, and says gossip only makes her more popular outside. So she knows the game. She understands that there are certain things when it's being done and it will only inure to your benefit. One of the things is gossip. So when people are gossiping about you, it's people are now even interested to know why people are gossiping about you. What is it about you? The housemates will sit together in their corners and then be talking about you. That means that there's something that you're offering, whether positive or negative. You are being discussed. And it's a good thing, because you are living rent free in people's head. When you thought you are just living your life, then people are just already just thinking about you and talking about you. If you don't want this kind of life, what else do you want? It's a show, it's a game, and being discussed and being in the conversation is part of the deal. As a matter of fact, if you're not being discussed or people are not talking or saying anything about you, that means that you're not delivering anything. Premium content is what you're looking for. So if people are talking about you, that means that there are certain things you are doing that is warranting all those conversations. She says that she doesn't hold grudges, and for someone who thinks this way, means that she knows that she's just playing a game, because she knows that clearly she might even step on your toes, or she will hurt somebody will also hurt her. But in all this, she knows that she can't take it to heart, because she knows that it is unavoidable. Hurting each other, offending somebody is inevitable. So I understand her. She tries from her part to be considerate. Yes, she tries from her part to be considerate. And she said life in the house feels like high school. That means that she's just having fun. She's just trying to be like the young girl. She's not trying to, overly impose anything on anybody. She's just trying to live her life, and that is all. Now on to Ramona. Ramona says she reflects on her journey in the house. She says how witnessing 20 people trying and sometimes failing to live together has been eye-opening for her. While some played the game well, she admits her experience has been tough, feeling isolated at times because of her age. Despite so, for her, she's always been speaking or talking about how she's not ostracized again, but there are some housemates who are trying to just shove her off, and then trying to demarcate lines and draw boundaries so she's not able to cross and get into their space or domain. But despite this, she's become to learn more about herself and even grow more confident, trying new things like dancing and stepping out of her comfort zone. So Ramona, like I said, is in her early 40s or her late, it's a mid 40s. She's well of age. She's grown, but she reckons that Big Brother platform is also a good thing. Today, if Ramona comes out of the house, she can get some good jobs. She can get some good deals because because of the exposure she has. She has been on national television for more than a month. That means that premium marketing. That is premium marketing. So she admits that her experience, she has been tough, feeling isolated. Yes, so she has grown a more tougher skin right now as against when she entered into the house first time. And she reckons that it is not easy for people to get along, to live together, like especially 20 adults trying to agree on one thing, because everybody have their own perspectives or ideas when it comes to getting things done. Neliswa shares her house journey, and she's saying that she joined the house seeking a life-changing experience. She's grown mentally, gained patience, and learned to embrace herself, eating more thanks to Ramona and feeling less self-conscious thanks to Ilano. So for her, coming to house was an experience that she wanted to get. It was an escape route for her to find herself, to transform her life. And for her, it is a life-changing experience for her. She has grown mentally, psychologically. She has gained more patience, because you know that when you are living with people, that means that everything is not about you. You need to be mature. You need to be mindful. You need to be more patient, because you have to be tolerant. Tolerance is one of the major factors in the reality show or living with people. You need to be very, very tolerant. If you can't tolerate, nobody will even tolerate you in the first place. So she also learned to accept who she is, embrace herself, and she appreciates Ramona for the food that she's been cooking. And because of Elano, she feels less self-conscious about herself. Now, the last person on my bill is Bravo B. And Bravo B says he's embracing a positive spirit, spreading love, and focusing on the good in everyone. He's spreading love and focusing on the good in everyone. So all that he's doing is seeing the positives of people. It is very, very important. In this life, we must make a conscious effort to see the positives of people. Because listen, even for you, you're not 100% perfect. You have certain flaws. You have flaws that if they expose your flaws to people, some people will not want to engage you. Some people will not want to even have conversations with you. But if people would only want to look at the downside and the negatives of our being, can we ever live in this? Can we ever thrive in this world? No. But we must see the good in others. We must always see the positives in others. And that is what he's doing. So it's a very, very good thing that he is doing. All he's also doing is spreading love. Yeah. Spreading love, having a very positive spirit about things, being positively minded about things, and focusing on the good in everyone. So he sees light for everybody. A person like this will not also hold grudges against anybody. So Bravo B, you've also done well. I believe the statement that all these housemates have made concerning the experience so far is worth the while, and I believe that it is a good experience for them. We wish them all the best, more weeks ahead, and we hope they will even become better than what or who they are today.